All right, today we're going to be looking at what I feel are the best, the brightest, the most saturated, the most vivid, and the most enjoyable to look at light strips on the market, and those are the LIFX Z strips. If you don't believe me, if you have another opinion, let me know in the comments. We'll argue about it. But for now, let's get into it. Let's unbox these and I'll show you what they're all about. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vasko. Happy holidays to those of you who celebrate, and if you celebrate other things, happy Festivus for the rest of you. No judgments, everybody do your own thing and have a good time, whatever that thing is that you do. So here I am, here you are, and I want to talk to you about what I feel is like the perfect gift for your YouTuber or streamer buddy, son, daughter, neighbor, whoever, uncle, aunt, niece, nephew. This is a gift they're sure to appreciate. So if you're stuck on what kind of gift to get that person, here's my suggestion to you. It is the LIFX Z strip, and these things are pretty awesome. I've had my eye on this for a while. In fact, I own a bunch of LIFX bulbs, just the regular bulbs. Those will be good gifts too if you want to get just the bulbs. But this is pretty cool. This is an LED strip, and you could put it behind your TV, behind your desk. You could wrap yourself up in it. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, and it's all controlled through your phone app. And the reason I picked one up is because I have some Goovy light strips behind my computer screen, and there are some lower end third-party lights, and they work really well. Bluetooth connectivity, you can even buy them with connectivity for, I think, Google and Alexa, but they're not bright. They're not bright. They produce a nice color. Okay color, I would say, actually. Okay, they do what they do, but there's something about LIFX. Like this bulb behind me, that's a LIFX bulb. And I've tried Yi lights, I've looked at Philips Hue lights, I've looked at other third-party lights, and nobody does it like LIFX. LIFX has the brightest, most intense, most colorful, most beautiful LED lights on the market, period. I've tried a bunch. LIFX is simply the best, simply the best. And so with my computer setup here, I put up some foam to absorb some of the sound, and it's a dark gray color, and the dark gray color absorbs a lot of the light because it's a dark color. So those Goovy light strips I have behind my monitor, they're at full power right now, and you can barely see anything. They're set to white, full power, and you can't see much. So I'm going to replace them with the Z strips, and I want a little more light, because you know what, here's the thing. If you have a monitor against a dark wall, or if you're in a dark room and the only source of light is your monitor, and the area behind the monitor is black, and the monitor is obviously lit up, you create a lot of contrast, and that contrast creates eye strain. So if you spend a lot of time in front of your computer like I do, you want to look for ways to avoid eye strain so you can work longer, and save your eyeballs, because it's a long life. It's the longest thing you do is life. So you want to keep your eyes and your vision and everything good for your entire life. So you want to try and reduce eye strain, and that's why I bought these LIFX Z strips. I'm going to put them behind this big monitor here. It's a nice 43-inch 4K LG monitor. I'm really happy with it, but I want some light coming out from behind it, and these LIFX strips are going to be amazing. So what I'll do is I'll demonstrate what these Goovy lights can do, and then we're going to pop these LIFX bulbs behind the monitor, and I'll demonstrate what the LIFX can do. And I'll keep the camera settings the same for both, so we can do an accurate comparison. All right, but before we get into that, let's unbox these things and see what's in the box. That was really bad. That was, fail. All right, let's unbox these. All right, so first thing you want to do is cut the stickers around the outside so you can remove the top, and there we go. Oh, and this is a little alcoholic wipe, so you can wipe whatever surface you're going to stick these lights to, because they come pre-stuck with 3M adhesive tape. So you want to wipe down your surface. Next, we have an instruction manual, which is glued, yeah, which is stuck to the packaging, for safety reasons, because safety first. All right, so here we go. These are the lights. These are the LED lights, and I have the 2 meter, 6.6 foot strip. So there's 2 of these strips, and these are RGBW lights. So you get your red, green, blue, and white, and these things are super bright. And when you feel them in your hands, they do feel nice and premium. On the ends, you have your connectors. So these will connect to each other, and then one will connect into the, I guess, the device that controls it. And here we have the power brick, second strip of LEDs. And I believe this is the Wi-Fi controller. This is the brains of the operation. Okay, so let's unravel all of this. Okay, that's not too bad, not too bad. All right, and there's the, I assume this connects into the LEDs. This probably connects into the power brick. And this is probably, there we go, the North American attachment for the power. Let's pop that on there. And that's it. And the cool thing with these LED lights is there's 16 addressable zones. So once I set it all up, I can get different parts of the light to glow with different colors and different effects and that kind of thing, which I'll demonstrate right now after we get these set up. Okay, turn on all lights. All right, so we got the lights hooked up, and here's a little bit of advice for that YouTuber that you may be buying these lights for. If you are trying to make a YouTube video on setting up these LIFX bulbs and you happen to have a lav system in your pocket, maybe you gotta turn it off because the radio control or the radio signal coming from here was interfering with the Wi-Fi from the lights and it would not pair with the phone app. But now we got it working, everything is fine. And yeah, that's the one word of wisdom I have for anybody looking to set these up. Just yeah, turn off your lab system or turn off any kind of Wi-Fi signal that's really strong around the lights when you're trying to pair them. In fact, one of the problems I ran into in the past is the lights wouldn't pair with the app, so I had to put my phone in airplane mode and turn on Wi-Fi and make sure, you know, all other stuff was off, and then it would pair. So if you run into a problem, usually you don't run into a problem, but if you do run into a problem, just remember that trick. Toss your phone into airplane mode, turn on Wi-Fi, and then try and pair with the app, or try and pair the light to the app. All right, now we have these Gooby lights set up here behind the computer monitor. I'm gonna set these ones up there behind the monitor, and we'll do a little comparison, and I'll show you what you can do with these. All right, so what you're looking at here is my desk setup, and behind the main monitor, the big 43-inch and the ultra wide on top, there are Gooby strips behind both of them. I think they're both 5.5 foot strips, and they're set to white and they're set to maximum brightness, and that's what they're doing right there. Now, the Gooby strips have a lot of functionality, and I've really enjoyed them. I'll make another video in the future about the Goobies and what they can do, because I think they're a pretty good light strip, but they just aren't as bright as I want them to be. And now we're gonna switch over to the LIFX app, and we're gonna power on the LIFX. All right, so here we go. I just turned on the LIFX at 15% brightness, and as you can see, they pretty much match the Goobies. Now let's take the LIFX up to 100%. There we go, now LIFX is at 100%. Now you can see the difference with the light output between the two light systems, and I found that the Philips Hue was the same thing. It wasn't as bright as the LIFX, and anything else I've tried isn't as bright as the LIFX, which is why I recommend the LIFX if you want a nice, bright, colorful bulb. And here we go. If you look at the app, we're on like cool white. You can see 9000K up here in the corner. And as we go around this wheel, the white light becomes warmer and warmer, becomes closer to a sunset kind of light, which is cool. And then ultimately you end here where you get a nice sunset kind of glow, and I think that's pretty cool. There is a setting in the app too. I'm not going to go through all the settings because there's just too much to touch on and this video is getting long, but there is a setting where you can set up the lights so that they transition throughout the day from a cool white to a really warm white. So it transitions from daylight to sunset, which is pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. All right, now we're going to take a look at the colors, and I really like the color picker here on the LIFX app. All you got to do is swipe the wheel, and whatever's in that white circle is the color you're going to get, and you can really fine tune the colors. Like you can really, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but in real life with my eyes I can see it. If you move it just a couple millimeters over on the app, the color will change. And I found with other lights, like the Yi light for example, it gives you an option of all these colors, but really they don't really change much. They're like kind of like, it looks like there's a lot of gradient in the app, but in real life with the colors that you see, they're pretty clunky. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the more saturated colors are at the top. If you move this little white bubble down to the bottom, you get less saturated. So you can set up whatever you want, and you can actually create themes and save them. If you have multiple lights, you can save colors to those lights and then name a theme. So let's take a look at some of the themes that LIFX has here. So we're gonna do this intense theme. And the cool thing with the theme is, I know it looks like unicorn vomit. It's just a splatter of colors in this sphere and it's really awkward. I don't like what LIFX did here, but that's like a color palette. So every time you hit it, oops, let's go back into the app here. Every time you hit that button, you can see that bar across the top is a representation of the light strip. So the arrangement of the colors on that light strip change every time. And if we go out of here again and we turn on the computer light, so if you pay attention to the top right corner of the screen here, we're going to turn this one on. So now I have a second light set up. So we click here on Studio 3 and we go to theme. So now when we click this intense theme, you'll see that the light in the top right corner also changes randomly with the color palette. So let's see, they have a color palette here called Holiday. This is a holiday video, so we're going to see some red, white, and blue. You know, so that's pretty cool. I like that functionality. And you know what I noticed? I noticed that the Goovy lights are still on, so let's go ahead and turn those off. All right, so now we're looking at just the LIFX bulbs. I forgot they were even on back there. Okay, back to this demonstration. So we're in the holiday theme, and we're gonna go over here and we're going to select move, and I'm gonna set the speed here. You can set the speed up to 60 seconds, but I'm gonna set it really fast. Let's say 4 seconds, save, stop, play. And you're gonna see that the colors cycle. So whichever theme you're going with, you can set up some of these, what are they called here, effects to those things. So let's turn that off. So we can put on flicker, and it's supposed to flicker like a candle. If you click on the actual tab, it'll turn on the effect. If you click on the name, it takes you to the settings. So you can change the speed at which it flickers. You can make it flicker really slow. It's maybe, yeah, now it's just kind of like breathing effect. It's flickering so slow. And there's pastels, which is just gonna cycle through pastel colors. Let's set the speed here. We'll speed it up, save. And there you go. So the functionality in the LIFX app, I'll be honest, isn't the greatest. Like this is all you get, 9 effects. I'm not gonna hit on strobes because people might get epileptic episodes or something. It flashes pretty quickly. Spooky just makes the lights blink randomly every now and then. What is random? I don't even know what random is. Never used it. Okay, do your random thing. Is it random colors? Maybe. Looks like the colors have changed now. Yeah, it's probably random effects, random something. Run random on, and you can actually select which lights you want to run the effect on. And you have like candle, flicker, color, animate is pretty complicated. You can get in there and animate some stuff. But yeah, definitely really like these lights. I like what they can do. Let's go back into holiday mode here, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. All right, and that brings us to the end of this video, LIFX Z strip. We took a quick look at it. We didn't go too in depth, but I think they're a fantastic light, as I mentioned many times through the video. The only downside to the LIFX system is the app, and I think LIFX needs to up their app game and, you know, bring that app up to 2020 standards. But other than that, fantastic light. Definitely recommend it if you have a YouTuber or a streamer or somebody like that in your life and you're looking for a gift for Christmas. The Z strips are the way to go. And with all that being said, I just want to say happy holidays, best wishes to you, your family, your loved ones, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I wish you all the best anyway with whatever you're doing in your life. And yeah, let's peace and love, you know, that's what it's all about this time of year. Let's all relax and have a good time, appreciate each other, you know, give your neighbor a hug, give them, you know, socially distanced hug because it's 2020. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Leave your comments down below, give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And thank you to all the subscribers that have come on board this year. I really appreciate all of you, and I'm looking forward to growing the channel into next year, 2021. Can't be any worse than 2020, right? This is the year that everyone's gonna forget. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Peace out, best wishes to you and your families, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.